Hi you guys, my name is Latoya. Welcome to my crafty space. Oh my goodness, Valentine's Day is literally like right around the corner. I need to get some cards done. Now, if you guys don't know, I absolutely love Christmas. I love creating Christmas cards, but Valentine's Day is a runner-up. And this year, I'm not going to be left behind. I'm going to make sure I get my cards done and get them out to people. Especially since I'm transitioning into a new role, and that's going to take up a lot of time. So what I want to do is first tell you guys, if you have not entered my giveaway, enter, if you want to. I'm giving away a huge box of D-Stash goodies from my craft stash. I have some new goodies and some used goodies. In addition to that, you will be getting a $25 credit towards Stampin' Up! Products. So you're just going to go on the Stampin' Up! Website, tell me what you want, and I will have that sent to you. You can look for that link to that video in the description box. So I just experimented a little with this sweet strawberry set again. I did make a card with it once before. I made a pie card with it and just had the strawberries, and I actually hacked off the green bits. It was an absolutely adorable card. But this time I want to make something like Valentine's Day inspired. So this is what I came up with, and I decided to show you guys the mess because I want you guys to know that you need to practice with your stamps. You got to just have some fun and experiment to get different looks. So what we're going to do is go with this look here because this is the best one out of all of them. And what I'm doing is I'm making chocolate covered strawberries. How cute, right? So I'm going to get a piece of white cardstock. I had to replenish my stack. It was looking a little low. So as you see, I like to keep all of my cardstock, just cut up and off to the side in every color so it's easier to just grab and play. All right. Now for this card, this is going to be only Stampin' Up! Product, but I am going to remake this card with the addition of contraband stamps by other companies, just because I have another thought in my mind, but I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself. Now, I just want to make this card really quickly, quote unquote. So I'm going to keep my layout pretty basic, and I'm just going to do the half card layout like I did before on one of my Christmas cards. I want to have the strawberries just going off to the side like this, and I should probably have 5 of them. So if I can have 5. You know what? Now, I did not buy the punch for this. I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't think I needed the punch. And now I'm kind of I wish I did get it, but that's okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm probably gonna do a half here and then a half here. And just going to ink the full strawberry. I'm going to do that here. All right. Now with this one, the filler, I'm actually going to stamp off once because I want it a little light, and then stamp on. And I'm going to do the green stem. I'm going to save putting the chocolate for last. And I like how dark this is, so I'm going to leave this at its potency. So I'm not going to stamp it off. Now do this in red, just to continue my little theme here. Nice. Now, with stamping, just like coloring, I like to move my paper. That's one of the biggest things I've learned, is to move your paper because it just makes everything look better. How cute is this? Okay, so now we're gonna add some chocolate to this. All I did was take a Post-it note and I kind of just cut out a little bit of a wavy line. I cleaned my stamp off. And now I'm just going to kind of like cover the top of the strawberry and make sure I stamp this in chocolate. I say chocolate, it's early espresso. And I am going to, oops. This, for some reason, it was no longer sticky, and we need that. There we go. So stamp that in early espresso. And now I'm just going to stamp that off there. And I want it to be dark like that. I don't want it light. Just a nice piece of dark chocolate. See here, just dip it twice and plant that there. Press, lift. Doesn't that look amazing, you guys? It looks delicious. It really does. And guess what? I don't even like chocolate covered strawberries, but this card is fantastic. Look how absolutely yummy this is. You guys, I love this so much. I went ahead and I made a couple more of these cascading chocolate covered strawberry sheets because it's just so beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is I think I'm going to leave it a little plain. So I'm going to get my cardstock out, and I think I want to house this on, I think, some red. Okay, so I think real red would be the best. So I'm going to adhere this to my card base. I'm going to cut this down, and I'm just going to look for a sentiment. I'm going to leave this one just nice and simple because I'm going to get more elaborate as I do the other cards. So now I was looking for a sentiment for this. One of my new sets, the Flowering Tulip set. It has the sentiment, "Love you so much." I thought that would be just very cute and pretty perfect to go here. I could have used one of the sentiments from the set we're actually playing with, but you guys know how I am. I love mixing and matching. So that's just what I'm choosing to do. And I think it will look absolutely amazing just right here. Just a simple "love you so much." I'm going to do a little test run here. You guys, the black sentiment is nice and stark. It just kind of breaks up all of the red and the green and brown that I have, and it's just nice, simple, and perfect. I'm going to make sure I check my fingers before I touch anything. You guys, how lovely is this card? I absolutely love this. It is classic and clean, and I am not going to go overboard with this. I am going to work on another card. All right, so I ended up getting a little smudge here on my strawberry. I don't know how that happened, but you know, things happen. So I am going to do some ink blending in hopes that it will hide that. And what do you know? I mean, I wanted this card to be different from my last card. My microfiber cloth towel. And just wipe this off. All right, So what I think I'm going to do is grab one of my blending brushes. Let's see here. Now really quickly, as you guys saw, I do have the Tailored Expression blending brushes, and I do have blending brushes from Amazon. That's where the black ones are from. These both came out prior to Stampin' Up coming out with their blending brushes, and I am not about repurchasing items that I already have, so that is why I do not own them by Stampin' Up. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is take the same color ink, the Real Red, that I stamped the strawberries in, and these Tailored Expression brushes are my dye ink brushes. This is why I also have two different types, because I want to be able to use these without thinking about whether or not I'm going to mess something up. Alrighty, so I'm just going to blend off to the side. And I think I'm just going to put the color here along where the cascade is. I'm not going to do my whole sheet. And I'm just going to hold it and lightly just blend on my cardstock. Ooh-wee. Alrighty. I think that's good. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut this panel down. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is I want to add even more chocolate to this card. I think I'm still going to go with that, even though I did some ink blending. And I need to look at my stash of chocolate stamps, because I think I have something that will be perfect here. All right, so this bin here is my chocolate candy bin. So let's grab this. All right, you guys, so let's move this to the side. Now, like I said, this card might be, it might still be Stampin' Up, it might not be Stampin' Up. So this bin here has my stamps with chocolate and ice cream, and there's actually some takeout stamps in here. But let me move this to the side because it's a bit hard to see. I love candy and chocolate stamps. I don't really eat a bunch of candy like in real life, but I love those. And I love this too. I'll just stick with Stampin' Up first, and then we'll venture out into a different company, because these are really cute. And, you know, again, some people follow me only for Stampin' Up, and I know it's some current things. This is not current. This is an oldie, but I think I've only used this set once. And when I was a demo at that time of purchasing this set, I didn't have the same mindset that I have now. Like, I do definitely think I'm way better at creating now than I was back then, and I really do want to give this a proper go. So we're going to use these little pieces here in between my strawberries, I think. Yeah, even though they're kind of small, that's nice, because chocolates are smaller than strawberries, so it's as far as real life sizing, it's correct. I know this is hilarious, too much, right? Okay, so I need some brown ink. Okay, and move this off to the side. Oh, and this is called More Than Chocolate. Now, I know there is a current stamp set out by Stampin' Up that has chocolate in it, but I did not purchase that because I did not like the design. It was just not my style. And, you know, that's okay. We're not going to love everything. So I could put this one here and this one. This is really cute. That one can go there. What else? What other chocolates do we have? All right. And we're just going to stamp off on some paper first, because if there's any lint or anything like that, I do not want it messing up my card. So cute. I definitely love this. It's adorable. All right, so I ran this through my Gemini Junior, which of course to reduce the size, but honestly that's fine. I'm just gonna cut this down. Let me get some glue. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut this down since I have a little here at the top. Again, not the end of the world, y'all. Just what happens when you use an embossing folder that has a lot of texture. I'm just gonna pull this out so I don't have to leave my desk. Perfect. It's just the little details that make cards look amazing. Okay. Now I need to wrap my twine around here. I decided to take out my Baker's Twine Essential Pack and use one of these colors. And I thought that would look really nice with this twine wrapped around and then this piece of chocolate cardstock. Just like everything just being tied together. Going to get some tape. That is just so cute. I love this so much. It looks so decadent and just precious. I think I'm going to pop this up with some foam. That I'm just going to use a glue dot. Here is my completed card. I absolutely love this. I did not have this thought in my mind whatsoever. Like, this wasn't a finished product that I thought I would get. You guys, this is why I love card making. You just create some great things. I love the cascading chocolate covered strawberries, although I do not enjoy them in real life. They're very nice to look at. I love the addition of the little chocolates here, and I love that I filled that in with that chromo color. Me just doing that ink blending to kind of hide my mistake, but you can still kind of like see it a little bit just because the ink blending really didn't cover it. It just no longer gave it a white surface to pop against, so it's not as dramatic. The addition of the twine here and then this little coin with the sentiment on it is just absolutely perfect. I was going to use a die behind this and make it look like a piece of wrapping paper, but I didn't want to take up too much of this area over here. The goal was to leave this white so you can really see the contrast between the ink blending that I did over there. And speaking of contrast, here is my first card. This is just so cute, and I love the difference between the two. I love how this is just like sweet and simple. I really do love this sentiment, and it being in black is just really stark, and it just helps everything. I don't know, it just pops against everything else, which I like. I thought I wanted to do it in green or red, but you know, I thought that was also like too much of the same. And although I don't have any of my images outlined and black or anything, this black here just goes. And putting these two cards together, I love how different they are, although it is the same layout, and I love the different looks that I have. And as you guys know, when I was making this card, because I ran my my base portion through my embossing folder, it reduced my card in size, but as you can see, that doesn't really matter. So I hope you guys are inspired by my first 2 Valentine's Day cards. I am going to make a couple more. If you guys don't have Stampin' Up! Product, just use whatever you have. Like, use whatever fruit stamp you have, use whatever chocolate stamp you have. It is all about using the products that you have and products that you love to just create something beautiful. All right, so I hope you all do something crafty that makes your heart happy. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.